Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Excesso Showware. Good evening and welcome to those watching on MASL TV. Tonight it's Soles de Sonora and the Tacoma Stars Game 2 of this weekend doubleheader. I'm Tacoma Stars public address announcer Randy McNair, along with Tacoma Stars coach and general manager Darren Sawatsky. You are watching the Coaches Show. Well, things didn't go too well for Tacoma Stars and the fans last night as the Stars dropped a 10-4 decision to the Soles de Sonora. The Stars sit at a record of 2-6, and Sonora earns her second win of the season. But tonight represents an opportunity for the Stars to get back on track. Coach, last night, first half of soccer was actually pretty good soccer. The Stars hung tough. We were down 2-0 going into the half. And then we had the third period, the third quarter, and then that fourth quarter seemed like the wheels kind of fell off. What happened in that fourth quarter for the Stars?
I'm not sure the wheels fell off, but we gave up some unfortunate goals. The hard part is that when you're attacking well and finishing, it takes pressure off the defending side of things. We haven't finished when we should early on in games, and so we've been chasing games. And when you're chasing games and trying to find goals, it opens up spaces, and we got exploited quite a bit last night.
Coach, you also had a ton of shots that went off that crossbar that just didn't go in. How much does that wear on a team when you're putting up shots like that and they're just missing?
Part of sports in general, there's ebbs and flows in seasons, there's ebbs and flows in games. And, there are times when we're smashing everything on frame. Gamboa had the best game I've seen him have probably in a couple years, including his time at Dallas against us yesterday. So when things were on frame, like Joey Jertsen's free kick that would have made the game 2-1, the free kick designed well, was headed on target. He just made a great save. If those go in, things change a little bit. We need a couple things to fall our way and get in rhythm.
Coach, you have a quick turnaround, not much time to think about things. Do you go back to the drawing board, or do you continue on with the same plan that you had yesterday, just execute a little bit better?
I wouldn't say that my tactical decisions on how we were to approach them were correct. We didn't win the game. So anytime that happens, you have to reassess and look at the personnel on the field, and you have to look at your game plan. There will be some adjustments on both of those places today.
Coach, Robert Palmer, he wasn't in the lineup yesterday. Of course, we know he got hurt on the last road trip. So what's the update on Robert?
Robert's got an adductor strain. I'm not a doctor, but, those hurt. They don't feel very good. He's got a little bit of rehabilitation before he's ready to come back with us. But we know he'll come back strong, and we need him.
Coach, after this game, you got about a 2.5-week break. Opportunity for the Stars to kind of refocus. So, what do you do with that 2.5 break after this first half of the season?
It's not played out particularly as well as we wanted to in terms of a record. There's definitely some things that we need to work on. So the break is never really a break for a coach. I need to assess where we're at. Hopefully coming out of today, we have a positive start to the new year. But there'll be work to be done. Guys need to get away from the game also, so spend time with family and then come back refocused. So we've got a little bit of work to do.
Well, yesterday was tough, but tonight is an opportunity for the Stars to bounce back, to turn this season around. We've got Stars and Soles coming up next. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the field and help me welcome a very special guest. Please welcome Highline College goalie Akili Kasim. Akili is a freshman and was the NWAC tournament MVP. All right, Akili, I see you're ready. Let's get this game underway. Put it in the back of the net. What a shot. Nice shot, Akili. Solid foot. Ladies and gentlemen, the NWAC tournament MVP, Akili Kasim. Thanks for joining us tonight, Akili, and enjoy the game. Your attention, please. Now entering the field are tonight's officials. Defender number 8, Javier Gorome. Forward number 13, Alejandro Leva. Forward number 15, Frank Tayo. Midfielder number 20, Bogar Moreno. Midfielder number 11, Ariel Ichamaria. Midfielder number 6, Gustavo Rosales. Midfielder number 12, Eric Rosas. Defender number 5, Adrian Miller. Defender number 4, Roberto Escalante. Forward number 9, Enrique Ganes. Midfielder number 10, Daniel Lopez. Midfielder number 7, Christian Segura. Defender number 14, Manuel Aragon. Defender number 58, Victor Kiros. And at goal number 1, Juan Gamboa. Soles de Sonora is coached by Luis Borrego. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2017-18 Soles de Sonora.
Tonight, boys. Let's go get it, huh? Stars on 3. 1, 2, 3, start!
Now fans, make some noise! Here come your Tacoma Stars! Defender number 2, Chase Hansen. Defender number 20, Evan McNeely. Defender number 4, Troy Peterson. Midfielder number 6, Duncan Mccormick.
Midfielder number 5, Trevor Jensen. Midfielder number 7, Gemayel Cox. Forward number 14, McCluskey. Forward number 77, Alex Mixon. Forward number 28, Steve Moes. Midfielder number 8, Philip Lund. Defender number 23, Alan Martinez. Your stars are coached by Darren Sawatsky. Ladies and gentlemen, your Tacoma Stars. Ladies and gentlemen,
Respect and recognition of tonight's guests, we'd like to ask you to please rise for the singing of the national anthem of the United Mexican States, performed tonight by Armando Ortiz.
Mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero apresta y el bridón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Ciño patria tus sienes de oliva, de la paz el arcángel divino, que en el cielo tu eterno destino por el dedo de Dios se escribió. Mas si osare un extraño enemigo profanar con su planta tu suelo, piensa, oh patria querida, que el cielo un soldado en cada hijo te dio, un soldado en cada hijo te dio. Mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero apresta y el bridón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. ¡Viva México!
Ladies and gentlemen, Armando Ortiz. Thanks for joining us tonight, Armando, and enjoy the game. Ladies and gentlemen, now kindly remove your hats and join us in honoring America and those who protect it with the singing of our national anthem, performed tonight by Troy Kuchel.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, Troy Kuchel. Thanks for joining us tonight, Troy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the rematch tonight between the Tacoma Stars and Soles de Sonora, the pride of Hermosillo, Mexico. Last night, these two teams met. Sonora took a close game and blew it apart in the fourth quarter. Game was 4-2, and before the Stars knew it, it was 9-2 en route to a 10-4 Sonora victory. Tacoma with the loss falls to 2-6, a tie for third place in the Pacific Division. And with the win last night, Sonora moves to 2-5, jumps the RGV Barracudas into third place in the Southwest Division of the MASL. My name is John McLamry, welcoming you to the broadcast. Brandon Sparks will join us momentarily here on the broadcast as well, as Tacoma really looking for some answers. And with the questions being asked, some lineup changes were made overnight. New to the lineup tonight, number 5, Trevor Jensen. Number 6, Duncan McCormick. Number 28, Steve Moan. And number 77, Alex Makeson. All new faces from last night's game. For Sonora, lineup remains virtually the same. The only change is that number 8, Javier Dorame, is in, and number 3, number 3, not in the game, and that's, well, I don't have that name in front of me. Oh, it was, well, regardless of who it was, he's not here. Brandon, welcome to the broadcast. You missed the game last night, a game that kind of, if you had said that the score line was from 2 years ago, we probably would have believed you, but with both teams coming in kind of on the downhill side, kind of a shocking margin of victory last night.
Yeah, definitely. It's a not unexpected result, and unexpected to see the Stars and Soles with just 2 wins this season. And both these teams looking to prove something tonight. We're looking for the split for the Stars here at the Accesso Showwear Center. And it's hard to imagine going into the break at 2-7. I think they're going to come out firing tonight.
Yeah, I think that they don't have a choice. I mean, they really need to be aggressive. They took a long time getting into the flow of the game last night and didn't get any goals until the third quarter. And they just can't allow Sonora to jump out ahead. That's been their problem the last month or so, is just letting teams get large leads, and Tacoma constantly fighting from behind. And so look for Tacoma to probably try to put their foot on this game early and make a statement.
Little housekeeping real quick. John, can you turn my headphones up, please?
We are underway.
There we go.
Accesso Showwear Center. Go Stars!
So Victor Kiros with the action in the defensive end of Sonora. Sonora with possession. They did a good job last night controlling the game. We'll see how they start here. Long pass into the corner to Segura. Couldn't handle it. Danny Waltman picks it up. Looked to go long. Unable to find anybody open. Like we mentioned in the beginning, Steve Moan getting the start up top, his first game of the season for Tacoma. Also getting the first game action tonight. Trevor Jensen will come in and play defense for the Stars.
Steve Moan getting the start tonight. He is the head coach of the Highline College Thunderbirds, who are honored before the game. I think actually at halftime as well. And it took them to an NWAC championship this season. So nice for him to get the start in front of his team.
Yeah, congratulations to the Thunderbirds as well for winning that championship. Frank Tayu in the game. Looked a little ginger earlier in the game. And boy, he is not in a good place. And he looked like he might have. Oh, and that it needs to be a blue card.
Tayu, before the game, went off during warm-ups holding his back. He got a little bit of a therapy in the back. There you see him. He took a hit against the boards.
Boy, and he did not even attempt to play the ball. And he needs to have a blue card. And he's not going to get one. Not even accepting a handshake from Steve Moan either. Wow, what a great start to the game already. Could be a little chippy this afternoon. McNeely with it now, back to Waltman. Waltman looks for somebody, finds the Great Dane, Philip Lund.
You're going to make that happen, huh?
I'm going to make that happen.
Okay.
The Great Dane. Now Jertson with it, the silent assassin. Back to Waltman. Waltman. Long pass down the field, headed by Mason, just wide. Looked like Gamboa might have got a piece of it, but boy, Jertson with a great opportunity. And now a foul called deep in Sonora's defensive zone. And already see a little bit of different energy here from the Tacoma Stars. And yeah, that's a foul every time. He just shoved him off with the off arm.
Yesterday there were no blue cards, no penalties in that game, and you could see it's a little rougher already tonight.
Yeah, they kind of let him play last night a little bit. Maybe it'll be a little different story tonight. We'll see. Jertson standing over it, leaves it off. The shot just blocked off the line. McNeely with the rebound and the score! Evan McNeely takes the deflected shot and roofs it into the net. Upper corner. Stars take the lead 1-0 off the restart. And boy, Evan McNeely puts a jolt into this crowd. You can see off the replay here, Cox with the shot blocked out. Nobody comes out to get McNeely, and he puts it in the back of the net. So a much different start to tonight's game for the Stars, as they actually jump out to the 1-0 lead early in the first. Now Gamboa with it. Never comfortable in his own box, always running around the backside of the field here, just like he did with Dallas. Looking for an opening, finds somebody, loses the ball, and now a giveaway. Tacoma looking to make something of it, but can't get over the ball. And now Jensen forced all the way back to Waltman with the pass. Now to Peterson, Peterson to Waltman, and now Gemayel Cox finds Jensen, but just leads him too far with the pass. Now Cañez. Back to Gamboa. Escalante, the captain, in the ballgame now for Sonora. Long pass into the corner to Cañez. Bodied up by Jensen. Plays it off to Moreno. Bogar Moreno with it. Double team. Forces back to Escalante.
First goal scored by number 20, Evan McNeely, his second goal of the season.
And now Gamboa picks it up. Corey Keats wins the ball and keeps it in play. Now looks for a streak in Cox, and now here comes Gemayel Cox all alone. Cox with the shot, saved by Gamboa. Cleared out of there by Adrian Miller, but not far enough. Tacoma's going to win it back until they don't, and now here comes Lopez with the goal. Daniel Lopez taking advantage of the giveaway and gets it past Waltman, and we are tied at 1.
Yeah, and you watch, Tayu was in there running down the other side. You can see it here in a moment. Matingu kind of got caught in the middle trying to decide if he should take the man with the ball or stay with Tayu, and he chose wrong.
Yeah, he certainly did, though you can't blame him because you want to be able to cut that angle off. I don't think Lopez had an angle to pass it across the field. He just beat Waltman, and we are tied at 1. So a whole different start to this game than last night, where it was 2-0 at halftime. Already 2 goals in the first 3.5 minutes of this game. Now Moan with it down in the far corner. Loses his footing, and it's picked up by Sonora. That's Kiros. Kiros opened the scoring last night with the breakaway goal. And now a foul's going to be called against Gemayel Cox. Actually, that's Raphael, his brother, who's going to be called for the foul on Kiros.
Last foul's on starts number 7. It's Gemayel Cox. His first foul tonight.
Oh, and another giveaway. The ball played in and just wide. Gamboa couldn't get there. Troy Peterson almost put the Stars back on top after the bad defensive lapse by Sonora. Peterson still with it, gets around his man, lost the ball, and Gamboa able to clear it down to Tayu. Tayu played it into the middle of the field, but nobody there for Sonora. So Tacoma will retake possession.
Sloppy game so far. Both teams turning it over deep in their area. And kind of watching Tayu, keeping my eye on him. He's not moving much.
No, he's not. And now that's Aragon with it, and he loses it to Megson. Megson picks it up, tried to find Lund. Ball played out of there. Now Tayu trying to get it, but Matingu jumps back to win it. Heads it back to Waltman, and yeah, very sloppy. No real sustained possession by either team right now. And here comes Tacoma. That's Lund, and he tries to find Megson. Can't find it, but Megson wins it back. Now Lund has it again. Down to Jensen. Jensen back to Lund. Peterson now has it, covered by Escalante. Forces it down to Megson. Megson plays it off the boards and loses control. Tries to win it back with the foul called on Alex Megson. 9:35 to go here in the first quarter. 1-1 is the score in a frantic paced game so far.
First time we've seen the Argyle pattern here at home for these Stars. The classic look for these Tacoma Stars, but they've been wearing the blue jerseys most of this season.
Yeah, we love the Argyle. We love the Argyle. Cañez loses it to Gemayel Cox. Lund with it now, heads it back to Peterson. Peterson heads it back to Lund. Lund now heads it over to Cox, and now some free space for Gemayel. Forced back to Troy Peterson. Now Corey Keats, who again I'll say has the best hair on the team.
Ahead of Joseph Kyrell?
Oh yeah, well have you seen my hair lately? You'll understand why.
Gotcha.
And now a foul is going to be called, or a stoppage of play. I think that we had an injury on the field, and that's what they stopped play for. But boy, that could have been a breakout.
Yeah, that's a surprising stoppage.
Sonora.
Fouls on starts number 7. Gemayel Cox.
So Raphael Cox called for the foul, but no advantage called, and I think that was due to the injury. So a break for Tacoma there. Now Escalante with it. Emblazoned with the neon green captain's armband. The most recognizable man on the pitch is Daniel Escalante. Now Now the ball's played over into the corner. That's Cañez, double teamed by Matingu, and Matingu ends up forcing the turnover, gets the ball back, and now plays it up the sideboards to Jertson. Jertson plays it to Keats. Keats up for McCluskey. McCluskey gets around his man, but can't win the ball. That's Adrian Miller. And now a foul called on McCluskey. And boy, everything is being called tonight. A far cry from last night's game where there were hardly any fouls.
Well, it's a different set of officials.
Yes,
They're going to
sir.
call it a different way.
Absolutely. They want to stop everything from percolating. McCluskey with it now, plays it long down to Lund. And Lund can't control it. That's Anibal Echeverria who gets the ball. Plays it back to Gamboa, now over to Kiros. Looking for Tayu, Frank Tayu. 4 goals last night. Could have been more if not for some great saves by Danny Waltman, and this time the foul is going to be called on Frank Tayu.
There is an example right there of a tight call, as there wasn't a whole lot there.
No, but last night, I mean, I noticed during the game, and I mentioned it in the broadcast last night, Frank Tayu very wild with the arms.
That is true,
as he's
yeah.
running down the field, and they weren't calling it last night. Maybe they got a talking to from Darren Swatsky, and maybe they are looking at it a little more tightly tonight.
A point of emphasis tonight,
Yes,
perhaps.
Yes. Oh, and now a long pass out. That's Steve Moan, and he's alone, but plays it into the corner, and he gets shoved into the boards, and that's going to be a foul. A push into the boards that doesn't result in a blue card. We'll take a look at this. I think Steve Moan might have made a meal out of that one a little bit.
Steve Moan's a big guy. It's hard to imagine that push brought him down as hard as it did. But we'll take it. Good call.
And from our vantage point, we're about 150 feet away from the action. Looked a lot worse. Saw it on the replay. Maybe not so bad. So Matingu over the ball right now. Chips it across. McNeely with the shot. McNeely saved by Gamboa.
Oh.
Just bounced at the corner of the post. How did that not go in?
And then Gamboa didn't glove it. It goes off of the legs of his defender, and it almost ricocheted back in.
Yeah, that was just smacked down by Gamboa's paws. And that should have bounced in, and it just didn't. So tough break for Tacoma. Now Tayu with his back to the goal. Forced to play it back deep to Gustavo Rosales. Now over to Aragon. Now Moreno to Tayu, leaves it off for Aragon. The shot is going to be smothered by Waltman, and now a long breakout for Gemayel Cox, and he's got some space. Cox looking for somebody, hits it high off the glass, nobody there, and Sonora able to clear it out. Tayu with it now, double teamed on the side, and he loses possession to Trevor Jensen. Jensen had 3 points last night, a great job by him. And now Philip Lund makes Bogar Moreno look like a giraffe on ice skates as he falls down. And here comes a shot by Jertson, just high, headed out and out of play by Sonora. 5:15 to go, 1-1 is the score. And we are going to have a timeout on the field. 1-1 is the score. You're watching Tacoma Stars Soccer. We'll be right back.
Please help me welcome Sonar Technician First Class, Jesse C. Pullen. Jesse was born and raised in Texas, graduating from Frisco Centennial High School in 2007. She is currently pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Organizational Leadership from Brandman University. Officer Pullen enlisted in the Navy in June 2009 and completed basic training at Recruit Training Command, Great Lakes, Illinois. Following basic training, she reported to Naval Training Center, Great Lakes for basic seamanship and Navy Advanced Electronics Computer Field Advanced Technical Training. On March 8, 2011, Petty Officer Pullen reported to the Arleigh Burke class destroyer USS Hopper, home port in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. She completed 2 7th Fleet deployments, one in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom and a surge off the coast of North Korea. On October 15, 2015, Pullen reported Naval Intermediate Maintenance Facility, Pacific Northwest, Bangor, Washington. She was selected as fiscal year 2016 Quarter 2 Junior Sailor of the Quarter and fiscal year 2017 Quarter 4 Sailor of the Quarter, as well as being selected 2017 Sailor of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, loud and proud for Sonar Technician First Class Jessie C. Pullen. Jessie, thank you so much for your service, for protecting America. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the rest of the game.
Welcome back to the action. Tacoma with a restart here on the near side. Corey Keats standing over, plays it over to Jertson. Jertson found Peterson, who tried to force it in the middle, blocked out of there by Sonora, but Peterson wins it back. And now Corey Keats has it. 1-1 is the score. 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Back and forth action is what we have for you today. Corey Keats plays it down low. Nobody there, but Jertson there. And that should have been a foul. Nothing called. Should have been a back pass. And Sonora kicks it out of bounds. So restart now coming up for Tacoma. Yeah, that is a back pass if I've ever seen one. Gamboa forced into the save by the bad decision by the defender and bailed out by no call. But that is life, and here come the Stars. Matingu down low, gets it to to Hansen. And the ball skidded off the top of the boards. Corner kick coming up for the Stars. So Jensen making things happen down on that end. Now Matingu with the corner kick. McCluskey plays it off the boards. Forced out of there by Escalante. Roberto Escalante gets it out of there. McNeely chases it down into the Tacoma zone. Looking for somebody, plays it off the boards. Here comes Lund. Lund gets it to McCluskey. McCluskey plays it off, and Cox with the shot. Foot saved by Gamboa.
Fantastic save by Gamboa there.
And he's been playing out of his mind the first two games of this, or these last two games, I guess. It's been the Juan Gamboa show. And
that's his third start of the season. Former Dallas sidekick goalkeeper.
Yeah, had a rough go of it on Wednesday against RGV. Gave up 11 goals, but a lot different up here in the friendly confines of the Accesso Shower Center. Lund leaves it off McNeely, blasts it off the wall, and it's going to be a delay of game call against Sonora, maybe because the wall was too close.
I think he took a step in.
Last time with a free kick was on Soles number 10, Daniel Lopez, his first of the night.
And once again, the same thing happens. No call this time, and boy, the Sonora player, the worst for wear, that's Daniel Lopez. And now temper's flaring a little bit as Lopez took that shot by McNeely right into the ankle. Oof, that looked like it hurt.
Yeah, that did not look comfortable, and this game is chippy, and people are not happy tonight. This is why you don't like to see the same team 2 nights in a row, right?
Right. And I think, the way the Stars kind of lost control of the game there in the fourth quarter last night, they're not a happy group of players, and they want to prove that they're better than that. And I think that they are better than that, and I think they just want to come out and impose their will.
An earlier foul just announced was announced as Rafael Cox. It ended up going against Steve Moan. Correction.
Which is big because that would have been 2 on Cox early in this game. 3:43 to go here in the first. Daniel Lopez still getting some medical attention down there on the far sideline. I mean, you can see here on the replay again, he stepped out, and boy, that ball just drilled him right in the ankle. And he immediately fell to the ground.
I think he also came down on it in a strange way. I don't know if I want to watch that replay many more times.
I've seen it twice, and I think I don't like the way that it looked.
No.
And he's able to get up. Little assistance from his players, but we'll see if he's going to be able to walk, and I don't think he is. The Sonora players gathered around him. So is Philip Lund.
Putting a little bit of weight on it now.
Very gingerly getting assistance off the field, able to, like you said, put some weight on it, but not a good look for Daniel Lopez, as he has a lot of trouble getting off the field. And we'll see if he's able to make it back into the ball game.
One final here in the Pacific Division tonight. The Ontario Fury knock off the RGV Barracudas 9-2.
9-2.
So that means this is a big game for the Stars. They want to keep pace. And
yeah, Ontario moves to 4-4 on the season. That puts the Stars 2 games behind them right now. You don't want to fall 3 games behind them, that's for sure. So.
And the next game for the Stars is on January 5th against those Ontario Fury. And in fact, they play 2 games in a row against them.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, the next 4 games in division games. Now McNeely with the start, plays it off the boards. Nobody there. Gamboa couldn't handle it, and it gets away from everybody. And now Sonora looking for Tayu. Tayu plays it off, but Gemayel Cox, just like he was last night, quick to defend and wins the ball back, but only as far as midfield. And now Matingo wins the ball back from Tayu, and he gets bodied off the ball.
On that restart after Lopez got hurt, the wall did not exactly have their heart in trying to stop that shot.
No, that was
just a very cursory sticking out of the leg on that last one.
Yeah. I think that maybe McNeely made a point of, hitting it towards the wall again. I don't know. But nevertheless, Tacoma with possession. Raphael Cox plays it down low. Moan looked to turn, couldn't get around Adrian Miller. And Gamboa grabs the ball. 2:35 to go here in the first quarter. 1-1 is the score. Sonora making the most of their one shot on goal. Tacoma with 4. And now Gamboa has it dribbling up towards the midfield circle. Plays it down low. Finds Alejandro Leyva, who plays it across the field. Now Adrian Miller with it. Plays it back to Gamboa. Gamboa on the far side into Tacoma territory. Two men trying to get the ball from Alejandro Leyva, and the foul called. Looked like good clean play, but the official right there said nope, it's a foul. And now free kick coming up for Sonora into the wall and forced all the way back to midfield, and the ball played to Gamboa.
His first foul of the night.
Foul was on Chase Hansen, his first of the night. 1:32 to go here in the first. 1-1 is the score. And here comes Sonora. Gamboa once again up to the midfield stripe, plays it down to Segura. Segura back to Aragon. Down to Cañez. Plays it off the wall, right into the hands of Waltman, and Waltman plays it off to Megson. Megson with Jensen streaking. Couldn't get him the ball, and Sonora takes over again. Aragon. Now Leyva with the shot goes wide and high. And with 57 seconds left in the first quarter, Corey Keats going to get a restart. Actually going to give it to Waltman. Waltman now hands it off to Keats. 50 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. There's Duncan McCormick. His first action at home this year in the game. Eric Rosas plays it back to Kiros. Kiros down the line for Moreno. He's bodied up by Matingo. Matingo wins it back. And here comes Matingo. And Matingo, they're going to call advantage here. And Matingo wins it back. Boy, Matingo got just manhandled there, but they played the advantage. Good call. But Tacoma unable to make anything happen with it. Now McCormick plays it back to Waltman. 5 seconds to go. Waltman plays it long. Megson couldn't get around Roberto Escalante, and time is going to run out in the first quarter. And at the end of one, the scores are tied 1-1. Tacoma and Sonora. We will be right back after these messages from Santa Foskey, and we'll be right back on the other side.
Let's go, Stars. Let's get them, baby. Have a very Merry Christmas. I'm all out. The reindeer got him the sleigh. The sleigh is at the merchandise booth, young man. That's where you can find it.
All right, fans, it's time to name that tune. Christmas edition. We're going to play a song. You just have to name the title. I don't think it's Rudolph. I think you're wrong. No way. Oh, okay. It was Rudolph. Sorry about that. Definitely not White. Oh, yeah, it was White Christmas. Next song, song number 3. You know it? Let it snow, of course. Song 4. Classic. Song 5.
Yep.
Back to the action here at the Accesso Showwear Center. Beautiful Kent Station, downtown Kent, Washington. 1-1 is the score as we head into the second quarter of action. Lots of back and forth, lots of chippiness between these two teams. And a close score is all that we want. I'm John McGlamory, and for the call of the second quarter, let's welcome in Brandon Sparks.
Let's get this thing going. Second quarter about ready to kick off. Chippy game so far, but it's being called tighter than last night. We had a quick start, 1-1, and then it kind of cooled off a little bit as the fouls mounted. And now Stars have their first opportunity here in the second quarter. Gamboa will glove it as Gemayel Cox knocked it off the boards. High pressure coming now from the Stars. Delivered to Tayu. Tayu goes down. Peterson falls on his back. And you got to keep an eye on Tayu. He's had a little bit of a back problem tonight. He looks like he's doing all right out there.
Yeah, but he's just not moving as fluidly as he normally does.
And McCluskey got a two-hand shove. It wasn't much, but just enough to leave it off the ball. And that ball jumps out of play into the penalty box. And the Soles will have the restart. Victor Kiros, who came over from San Diego, and that ball headed up and out into the front row here at the glassless showwear center area.
Oh,
I'm not sure if they call a foul or they just call it out.
I don't know, but I think that Manuel Aragon is lucky he didn't slam his head into the boards there as he fell over the top of Gemayel Cox.
Yeah. And now Waltman will send it deep. McCluskey can't quite get up to put a head on that, even with that floppy hair. It was a foul, after all. Now that ball, ooh. Jensen goes down, a little bit of a push, he gets it back. And that is going to be a tackle on Sonora. It's going to be I believe it's just going to be a common foul. Yep, it is a foul.
Yeah, they don't call the jersey pull, which was fairly egregious, but they do get the foul. I believe it's going to go against Adrian Miller.
I think it was on. Yeah, it was on Rosas.
Rosas,
Yep.
Okay.
And now McNeely will restart.
Let's see what the wall does this time.
And McNeely setting it up. Wall moves back. Lund. The shot, it is blocked. He continues to fight for it. It's played out near midfield. McNeely will play it all the way back to Danny Waltman. Lund has been especially dangerous on those set pieces this season. A couple of his goals have come off of just that play, basically.
Yeah, and you can see just how hard he kicks the ball.
Yeah,
it's
he's
amazing.
Darren Sawatsky told me that he has. And that, a shot save, loose ball popped up into the air. And it'll be cleared out, go all the way back to Danny Waltman. But Darren Sawatsky was saying he has probably the hardest shot on the Stars team. And, yeah, he can really uncork it. Into the corner, that's Steve Moan. Physical presence. He gets tripped, though. Brought down. Play on. Soles do. Plays it back. And now Kiros will stop. He's got Philip Lund in front of him. We'll play it over to Gamboa, and Lund will get called for the foul. So Sonora will bring it, put it into the corner, near side. Plays it back. Rosales, and now a shot. Oh, a scorcher that goes up into the netting by Escalante. Waltman will restart. Now down to Megson. Megson has a runner in the middle. That's Hansen. Hansen, the shot saved by Gamboa. Hansen, 2 goals last night. Finds himself in second on the team in points with 7 behind Joey Jertson. There he gets another shot, getting a little bit more minutes than, well, I guess he plays quite a bit, but maybe more minutes offensively than he has all season.
Yeah, he was really aggressive last night, going after loose balls, and he was rewarded with 2 goals and an assist. As we see a foul go against the Stars down there.
Yeah, Megson gets upended, ends up getting called for the foul. Had to have been a hook afterwards, something afterwards. Natayu. Cox disrupted that, had to play it all the way back. And now Soles will regroup. I'm kind of enjoying the fact that ball played long. Tayu pops it up into the air. That jump ball won, I guess, by Waltman. It ends up going to Cox. Now they're going to get it out of there. Matingu giving chase. Sonora has it. Looking to attack. The shot. Waltman makes the save. Ball a little skims the ground. Pops up on Waltman a bit, but he was there to get it. And it just seems like the Stars have a strategy tonight to kind of put people on their butts when.
And so far it's working. I was just thinking, this is a 2-goal game 5 minutes into the second quarter, and yet this has been one of the most exciting games they've played this year so far.
Jensen gives chase into the corner. He comes up with it, finds himself in the middle. Shot just barely misses. Peterson, play it back. Shot by Jensen into the middle. Loose ball, cleared all the way back to Danny Waltman. Luckily, Waltman was in front of his goal. That thing was on target if he was a little bit off of his line a bit. Peterson, now back to Waltman. Waltman will send it deep. McCluskey comes over, can't quite get it. Trying to clear it. Now Lund will have it. Over to McCluskey, and now back. And McCluskey gets put on his butt. Everybody's going down.
Gustavo Rosales called for the foul there. Crowd's getting a little upset about everything that's going on here.
He's also doing John Snyder's work for him, pointing exactly at the spot.
Number 6, Gustavo Rosales, his first foul tonight.
Backing up that wall. And now Keats will restart. Wouldn't surprise me if they take a timeout here. Keats will play it into the middle. Peterson, shot saved by Gamboa. Wide open shot, got into it, but right into the hands. Keats to McCluskey. Cross to Peterson, he'll fire one more time. Deflected up into the netting. So we will have a restart for the Stars. 1-1, 9:20 remaining here in the second quarter of play. Officials have been calling it tight, but they're taking a lot of. Now that restarted, the shot is blocked. McCluskey. Lund hits McCluskey. Now Cox will fire up into the netting. I was going to say they're taking a lot of guff from these two teams.
Yeah, they certainly
You're not
are.
supposed to surround the referee and talk to him as much as these two teams have been doing tonight. So
Well, and I think there's going to come a point in the game where the officials are going to say enough is enough, and they're going to issue a yellow card to somebody, and that'll probably stop that. But both teams playing hard, both teams wanting to win. This is an important game for both teams.
Matingu gets the foul.
So you kind of want to just let this one play out until you have to put a stop to it.
Gamboa now. Deep into the corner. Trying to get it out of there. Sonora does come up with it. Kiros taking a look. Cox knocks it away, but Sonora keeps it. That ball just wide. Oh, and
watch out.
Gemayel Cox sends it into the crowd and almost took out one of the photographers.
It was actually tipped by a Sonora player, so Tacoma lucky to maintain possession.
McNeely up to Cox. Cox into the middle. Too heavy of a touch. And now Sonora is on the attack. Sonora stops, takes it to the middle, over to the side, and back to the near side to Kiros. In deep, that shot off mark and headed up into the netting off of the rebound. And so Danny Waltman will have a restart. 8:08 remaining here in the second quarter play, 1-1. We were saying that it took just 2 goals in the first half last night, and they started off so quick, both teams, and yet here we are, just 2 goals here in the first half again. Megson. Now doing battle, Jensen, lunge, shot, off the mark, goes all the way back out to Peterson. Peterson will track back as he didn't like the look of that. Everybody covered. Play it back to Waltman.
And one major difference from last night's game is that Danny Waltman really hasn't had to do much tonight. He gave up the goal, but not being forced into making miraculous saves like he was last night. And Tacoma controlling a lot of the action in the Sonora defensive zone.
Off the boards. Oh, and Jensen got a touch on it, and the foul is going to be called. That ball almost got to Jensen. They're going to call a foul against Sonora as Megson draws it. So they will have a start just outside the box.
Last foul's on Solis, number 12. Eric Rosas, his second foul of the night.
The officials talking things over again here.
Once again, every free kick this season is brought to you by DECU. When the Stars make a free kick, $50 will be donated to Oars.
And finally, they're going to get this sorted out and restart.
So they got a delay a game on Aragon. This is the second delay a game call on Sonora.
Bench warning has been issued to Solis for delay of restart. Once again, bench warning.
And that ball knocked out of there. Another bench warning. Hansen will play it back, and foul going to be called against Tacoma here on the near side.
Is that Bob Euchre?
I do believe Bob Euchre made an appearance here at the Showwear Center tonight. Oh. That I gotta say that that little sound clip, you gotta be careful because that just sounds like the PA announcer. I don't want to get our man Randy McNair into trouble.
Yeah, yeah.
That ball played back now near midfield. Escalante over to Gamboa. Deep into the corner. And then now going to play it back out to Escalante again. Now Lund trying to take it away, has to retreat along the boards, keeps it, and now plays it back to Gamboa. Now once again to Escalante. Escalante and Gamboa just kind of knocking it back and forth to each other at this point. Gamboa will come back up. Plays it back and then runs back into goal. Sends it deep this time. Down to Leva. Leave off. The shot. Oh, not the shot. I was going to say Kiros now with the shot. Goes wide and up into the net. And I think we're going to have a timeout on the floor. Yep, it's going to be our media timeout. 5:47 remaining here in the second quarter play. 1-1, Stars and Soles all tied up.
60 seconds.
classic Christmas movie clips from films such as Apocalypse Now and the new Darren Aronofsky movie Mother. Is that right? Is that right?
It might have been.
I didn't see the answers.
I think you might be mistaken, but
Oh, okay.
but hey, I'm not an expert at Christmas movies.
Okay.
My favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard, so what are you gonna do?
Yippee kayak, other buckets.
Yes, sir.
5:15 left here in the second quarter. 1-1. Tayu with the shot blocked by Ellen Matingu and up into the stands here at the ShoWare Center. Tayu really hasn't been too active so far. He is nursing some kind of a back injury that he got treatment for before the game. Got banged against the boards earlier in the first quarter. Didn't look all that right. Shot blocked by Matingu and sent all the way out. Played over to Gamboa, but you got to keep an eye on Tayu at all times. He is the second leading goal scorer in the MASL and also the second leading total points man. And after
the blue
there it is,
card.
yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, boy, that's got to be a little bit more than a blue card. Yeah, yellow card comes out now to Kiros.
Wow.
That is ugly.
And an ugly game gets even uglier as, is that Hansen that's down? That is.
I think it's Philip Lund.
Oh, is it Philip Lund?
Yeah. No, it's not Philip Lund. He's
Okay.
over on the bench.
And Darren Sawatsky standing in the open door just pleading for more. I mean, and you can totally understand why after you saw the blood on the face. I don't even understand how that happens. I haven't seen the replay.
And it was off the ball. I mean, it wasn't even involved with the play. It was just a stupid play by Victor Kiros Jr.
He delivered the pass, and then suddenly he's down.
And he's arguing it. I don't understand how he can sit there and argue. Here's the play. And
it's a pure elbow straight to the eye.
That is just a dirty, dirty play. And the fact that he's arguing that is ridiculous. There is no need for that in this sport. We'll watch that again. Yeah, that's deliberate, and he needs to be kicked out of this game.
During the
it's actually Duncan McCormick.
Yeah, it is Duncan McCormick. You're right. And he is, ouch. Unbelievable. McCormick will head back to the locker room. Earlier during that last timeout, Daniel Lopez was carried off of the field, unable to put any weight on his leg as they carried him to the locker room. So now we got two guys from each team in the locker room and a yellow card issued, I believe a blue card issued as well.
And we'll see. There might be more coming here.
Peterson is going to get something? What's the issue here? Megson is going to serve some kind of penalty. Got some blood on the carpet.
50 seconds remaining in the first down.
4:50 remaining.
And yellow card.
Yep, blue and yellow to Victor Kiros.
Victor Kiros.
Megson also going to serve some kind of penalty.
I didn't see what happened with Megson, but obviously it was egregious enough to get a card.
So still sorting this out. It's I can't believe that Kiros will be allowed to continue to play in this game. That,
well,
I mean, what can you say? They must have missed it, but
I'm pretty sure the league office won't miss the replay on that one, and I think there'll be a suspension coming for him. But still trying to find out what happened with Megson, as we're going to have a wide open 4-on-4 opportunity now for both teams.
Yeah, Megson picks up a blue card, a 2-minute.
Blue card issued to Tacoma Stars number 77, Alex Megson, for tripping.
Alex Megson gets a tripping penalty. Was he even on the field at the time?
I don't know. I don't know.
So strange happenings here at the Showwear Center. Hopefully we clean this thing up. I hope that doesn't lead to more as...
Yeah, this game in danger of spiraling into a dangerous territory.
And
one that we don't want to see.
After all that also, the Soles will get possession.
Yeah, that seems about right.
So we got a 4-on-4 coming up. And that ball put right up into the seats. One bounce into the seats. So after a clean game last night, no foul, or no penalties at least, no blue cards, nothing like that. 2 blues and a yellow. Now Matingu has it taken away. Didn't know the man was coming up behind him. Cox trying to keep it in. Goes back to Peterson. 4-on-4. Matingu over to Waldman and back to Matingu all the way across down to Peterson. And now to Cox. Cox turns, takes a look, plays it back to the Parisian Matingu. And now played along the boards. Matingu gets the touch. It'll go all the way back to Waltman. He'll play across to Keats. The ole, ole, ole that they started to play here kind of scared me. I got a little, thought it was an alarm of some kind at first. Started to take off the headset and run for the exits, but
It seems to be the Swedish rock version of the Ole song.
I prefer Ole, Ole, Ole. Into the corner now to Philip Lund. Played, into the middle. Keats couldn't quite come up with it, though. So far on this 4-on-4, it's been all stars. Peterson. Peterson turns. Can be brought down. 2 men. And Rosales is like pleading for, and there's a big hit. Lund will get called for the foul. No, it's going to go against Sonora.
It's gonna go against Echeverria.
Echeverria, yep.
Wow. I must be watching a different game than the officials because this is really weird. This is very weird today.
McNeely. Lund takes a shot. Didn't land cleanly, but it was enough to knock him off the ball. Waltman.
Both teams are back to full strength.
And both teams are back to full strength. Another bump. Megson goes down. And so this game is just chippy, kind of nasty at this point. In fact, chippy is maybe underplaying it.
Yeah, I think nasty is probably at this point what the game has devolved to.
It's also taking a very long time. This is one of the longest first halves of the season. Now played across. Sonora. Tayu shot right up in the middle, but it goes back to Megson, and Megson will play it deep to Gamboa. 2:18 remaining in the first half, 1-1. Ooh, Peterson gets a head on it. Tayu also had a head flying in there. And that ball cleared up into the netting. And now Waltman will have the restart. Taking a look. Hansen goes back to Waltman. And, bad turnover right in the middle. Shot off of Waltman and doesn't go in. That was about as close as you can get. Cox. McCluskey, and now McCluskey will get it back after he gave the pass. Shot high up off the glass, and he gets rolled over, and McCluskey is down. And again, the Sonora team cannot believe it, and a blue card will be issued. So a penalty coming to go up against Sonora.
And this time, McCluskey was lining up for the shot. He had all the momentum going towards the ball. And I couldn't see who it was. I think it might have been Javier Durame, who tackled him from behind, and McCluskey's still down.
Minute 49 remaining in the first down. Blue card issues Solis number 8.
Looks like his hip. It looks like he took a shot to the hip into the boards.
Yep, Dorame is the man. You're right.
For pushing, blue card.
Pushing was the call.
That'll bring up a 2-minute power play for your Tacoma.
So minute 49 remaining here in the first half of play, and a 2-minute power play coming up. McCluskey is up. It's just an awkward play too.
Yeah, it was just his momentum that carried him down to the ground, but he fell really hard. So Tacoma trying to up their penalty percentage. They're only 2 for 9 this year, Brandon. Not very good. 22% on the extra attacker.
One other score in the Pacific Division. San Diego up 3-0 on Turlock. And now we will have the restart. Megson plays it across to Lund. He didn't get all of that. Saved by Gamboa. McNeely to Lund. It's Lund, McNeely, Gemayel Cox, Megson, and Raphael Cox on the field for the Stars for the power play. It's Miller Rosales, that ball into the middle. Aragon and one more. Escalante. Escalante is the other power play kill. Escalante knocks it away from Gemayel Cox. Kept in, can't quite come up with it. Now Lund. And another man is down in the middle of the field, and they're gonna whistle it dead. Lund is not happy with that. And yet another injury.
Yeah, this time this was just 2 guys going for the ball. Looks like Adrian Miller is the guy down for Sonora. CNC Music Factory.
Well, I break out all the hits here at the ShoWare Center this season.
Things that make you go, I wonder what he's implying with this choice of song.
I think it's actually things that make you go, because this first half is cutting into dinner time.
There you go.
It was a long first half. Some scores around the MASL tonight. Today, St. Louis Ambush knock off the Cedar Rapids Rampage 6-5.
Yep, their first win of the season.
And I believe the Rampage were on a long winning streak as well. Monterey knocks off the El Paso Coyotes 9-5. They are undefeated. Fury, Ontario Fury, they knock off the Rio Grande Valley Barracudas.
Is that in McAllen?
That is in Hidalgo, which is just south of McAllen.
Okay, Hidalgo, McAllen.
That is the arena. That is the arena that was built after we left the valley. Our one summer down there, John.
Yes,
it was a wonderful experience.
It really was. It was very hot.
It was.
All the time.
It was so hot. It was so muggy. The barbecue and Mexican food was so good. I was the heaviest I've ever been. And I am not a small man. I ate and sat and sweated that whole summer.
Yep, that's kind of what I did
for the Rio Grande Valley White Wings and defunct baseball team. Philip Lund now. Power play is at 49 seconds left. We're at about 30 seconds remaining here in the quarter. 1-1 McNeely plays it across. Cox, a little touch into the middle, touched out of there. Escalante got a piece of it. Actually, Aragon got that and knocked it out of there. Lund. McNeely into the corner to Megson. 7 seconds left. And just bad pass, nothing there. And Sonora not going to get a shot off. And that'll do it for a rough and tumble first half of play here at the Tacoma Stars. 2 goals early in the first quarter, and what do you know? That's all that there was. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the second half here in about 15 minutes. You're watching Tacoma Stars Soccer.
Santa, I'm sorry, not Ellis. Santa. He's got Evan McNeely.
Got Evan McNeely. Okay, little buddy, you catch your breath. Santa will do some talking. A lot of hard work out there. It's my brother. He's very intense. We played some college ball together about 16 years ago. So he's about 22. But Evan scored a big goal for us. This is a tough match, man. Very physical. We played him yesterday, so we're bringing in some baggage from yesterday. How do you see it going in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, it's a close game. We're going into the second half. We like our chances. We're playing at home, and we got a lot of work to do still left.
All right, I've been giving out a lot of gifts. If you can bring Stan home that W, baby. All right. Excuse me, brothers. Santa's coming through.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome some very special guests to the field right now. Please welcome Highline College men's soccer team. Highline College men's soccer won the Northwest Athletic Conference this season. The team won the title after beating number 11 nationally ranked Guacamorcas by a score of 1-0. They finished the season with a record of 14-1-3 and the number 1 seed in the West region. This is their 4th year in a row winning the Western Conference. Fans, Highline had a spectacular season. They were number 1 ranked defense in the NWAC for the 2nd straight year, allowing only 11 goals on the season, including 8 shutouts. Their defense was led by tournament MVP goalkeeper Akili Kassim. Their offense was led by league all-stars Rodney Johnson, the team's top scorer, Adame Kante. Ladies and gentlemen, the team is coached by our very own star, Steve Moe, serving as the head coach, and Gemayel Cox assisting him. Steve Moe went to Highline and won the championship himself. And not only did his team lead his team to the championship game and won it, but he was awarded NWAC Coach of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the champions, Highline College. Congratulations, gents, and a job well done. Elliot, let's head down to the field where Elliot's standing by with a couple players for interview. Elliot.
All right, I'm down here with team captain Fernando, and they are coached by the great Steve Moe, who is playing tonight. And Steve Moe, a champion himself, exceptional leader, I'm sure, like you are. So I want to know, what sets you apart to be conference champions at Highline?
We'll start off with the hard work and the dedication from the team. Most importantly, it was the commitment from the players and the coaching staff.
Excellent. And I've met you before, youngster. What words do you have to say? What set your team apart this season?
Winning.
Well, there's a secret. Not a lot of teams figured it out because they were the only winners. So I respect that. Don't tell anyone. All right, so literally, hats off to these guys. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Thank you. And now coming up, Randy, what do we got? Soccer game for him?
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Highline College. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to welcome special friends of the Tacoma Stars on the field right now. We've got Mercer Island FC in a friendly match of soccer. Elliot, let's head down to the field where he's standing by. I'm sorry, that's Santa. Santa's on the field.
Yeah, this friendly match is about to get real unfriendly. We got a rivalry out here. But remember, if they are naughty, if we get a blue card, they might not get presents. Trust me, I'm very serious about my job very seriously. Gentlemen, let's check on our space. Brilliant. Oh, it's a breakout performance. Can he go all the? No, he cannot. Let's give these guys a hand. They're down 2-0. Pennies, we need a little bit out of you. All right, Santa is on the red team, obviously. Go see if I can poke one in on Perry, the penalty peanut. Pennies, you're gonna have to get a little aggressive. You see how this game's been going? Sorry, I didn't see you there, bro. Oh no! Breakaway, get him, turn! Oh yeah. Come on, get that assist. Oh, it's getting intense. Gentlemen, remember, teammates before we are enemies. Oh, it's shot! Oh, go! 2-1! Hey, this could be the beginning of a beautiful comeback. Nice rip. Pressure. Pressure, yes. Excellent support. Go to goal. Straight to goal. Oh. Hey, man, do less squats. Your quads are way too strong for that shot. Uh-oh. Catch him. Starman, it's all you. But then again, maybe not. Goal. Yo, dude, I got a secret for you. Hey.
Just a terrible goalie Starman is.
I got a secret for you. Don't tell anybody. I'll go foul one of those guys and take the ball from them. That might help us out. Just don't tell anyone I said that, okay? Oh, Tillman, what a cut. Brady losing the ball. Finds Tillman. They're under pressure. What a tackle. Get rugged. go. Sam, what's your key to victory today? What's it gonna take to beat the battling Blues? Passing, excellent. Now go get it. Passing, y'all. You heard it here first.
Santa, it looks like these kids are really well coached.
Pick up that ball, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Fans is here for Mercer Island FC.
Hey, that's the game, gentlemen. Exit the field, exit the field. Nicely done. We got one listener. You're getting something in your stocking that's really cool. A new Ferrari or something like that, okay? Let's give it up one more time for these little future superstars.
All right, fans, time to play. What's that movie, Christmas edition? You got to guess the movie and the year. All right, what movie is this? I hear Polar Express. What's the year? 2004. Same year I graduated high school. Here's your next movie. All right, I'd love to see you guess the year on this movie. This one goes way back, as you can tell from the lack of color. 1946, the year Justin Kimsey was born. All right, let's play our next movie.
It's soy milk. You said you're lactose intolerant.
1994. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for playing. Guess that movie. Fans, please turn your attention to the video board as we give a special welcome to those joining us at the arena tonight.
Welcome back to the ShoWare Center. Nasty first half of play. It started out quickly 1-1, and that's where we stand. Just 2 goals and 4 goals total between these two teams in 2 games in the first half of play. Last night it opened up in the second half a bit, especially for Sonora. We'll see how this one goes. Duncan McCormick, happy to report he's back on the bench. He's got a big old black wrap around his head where he got I'm not sure if he got stitches or anything, but he definitely got it closed up and some bandages around it. Also had to change his number to number 21. So just be on the lookout for that. And now for the call of the third quarter, here is John McGlamory.
Hey, thank you very much, Brandon. You're absolutely right. Very, we'll just say a very intense first half of action between these two teams. And we'll start the second half where we started the first half, tied up. AC/DC blaring in the background. Tacoma's going to take possession. Corey Keats dribbling it up, finds Gemayel Cox, who loses it on the near sideline, but Matingu able to get it. Plays it back to Waltman. Waltman back to Matingu, the former Kansas City Comet. Plays it down to Steve Moan, head coach of the Highline Thunderbirds, who are honored at halftime. And now here comes Frank Tayu for Sonora. Frank Tayu gets around Keats, plays it off the wall. And an own goal. Steve Moan tried to clear it out of the way, but ended up getting it into the back of his own net. Unfortunately for Tacoma, that's going to put him behind. And you can see he just couldn't get his leg around to clear it. Didn't really have much of a choice as the Sonora player was right on the corner. He would have knocked it in anyway if Moan hadn't gotten to it. So tough break, and early 39 seconds into the second half, Sonora takes the lead 2-1.
The last second goal scored with 14 minutes, 21 seconds remaining in the second half.
So Tacoma looking to tie things back up. The shot, it goes in! The shot from the turnaround, Trevor Jensen gets the goal for Tacoma as he sneaks it right through the arms of Juan Gamboa. 23 seconds later, Tacoma ties it up. So first goal of the season for Trevor Jensen as he makes his mark on the second half. You can see right through the legs of Gamboa. They call that one a Wallace Scora.
Yeah, they do give it to Trevor Jensen. Checking to see who they ended up giving that goal to on.
Well, they're going to have to call that an own goal, I think. I don't think you can give Tayu the goal on that. But we'll see.
Yeah, it goes to Frank Tayu. There's no own goals in this game.
So. Oh, okay. Well, then it goes to
you get
Frank
whoever
Tayu.
is closest, whoever touched it last, and it was Frank Tayu. So just another goal for Tayu.
Well, so much for keeping him off the score sheet. Sonora with the ball. There's Moreno. Loses it to Rafael Cox, who plays it back to Vince McCluskey, and now Troy Peterson tells Vince McCluskey to get off the field, and he does. And now Waltman with it near side. Philip Lund, a little bit of a hand and wrist wrap. Wasn't there in the first half. It's there now. And now Rafael Cox, or Gemayel Cox, excuse me. Plays it down to Moan. But Moan can't handle it, but Gemayel tracks it back down and plays it to Waltman. Waltman controls, and Matingu has it now on the near side. Oh, and he loses it, and now a one-on-one breakaway quickly covered back by Matingu. Good job by him. Makes Gustavo Rosales take it all the way back to the midfield stripe, plays it over to Javier Dorame.
This is completely off topic, but I'm looking at Twitter, and John, you're going to have to see the Boise State touchdown that they scored earlier. For anybody watching, you're going to have to check it out. It's incredible.
What is also incredible is this game and the Stars defense. And now a foul is going to be called on Matingo. Not happy with the call, or not happy with his teammates. But nevertheless, a dangerous call in a dangerous position. Tacoma.
Last foul's on Stars number 23, Alan Matingo, his second foul of the night.
Tacoma able to tie this game back up after they gave up the lead. And now faced with a dangerous set piece here. 3-man wall. And the timeout's going to be called by Eric Rosas. So we'll take a quick break here, and we'll be right back in 60 seconds.
For sure, Home Alone. Christmas Story. Probably Santa Claus. I gotta say, Christmas Vacation.
If this gets big, then my hair just ends up looking like.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Somebody.
My favorite Christmas movie is Bad Santa. Oh, jeez. Christmas Story. Watching Home Alone, so I think that really is that one. Christmas Story. Triple dog here.
Back to the action here. Set piece coming up for Sonora. Kiros lays it off for Echeverria. Shot was blocked by Moan. Held in by Sonora. Sonora plays it off the boards right into the hands of Danny Waltman.
And that is Kiros, whose yellow card time has been served.
Yep, and now here comes Echeverria. Gets past Lund. Lays it off for Segura. Segura double teamed in the corner. That's Jensen and Peterson. And Tacoma comes away with it. There's Philip Lund who has it, plays it back to Troy Peterson. Lund looking to turn on Escalante, can't get it done, and Escalante controls, plays it back to Gamboa. 11 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 2-2 is the score. Now Frank Tayu with it. Bodied up by Peterson, double teamed by McCormick. Shot blocked by Peterson and controlled by Tacoma. There's Duncan McCormick with the head wrap. Number 21 now, no longer number 6. Kiros plays it back to Gamboa. And Kiros and McCormick are matched up together again. Tayu laid it off for, looked like Cañez, but Gemayel Cox was able to win it. Tried to chip the keeper, but kicked it wide, went off the boards harmlessly. And Sonora maintains possession. There's Kiros with it. Plays it down to Tayu. Tayu controls. Plays it over to Rosas, back to Kiros. And now Aragorn. Aragorn's from Lord of the Rings. That's Aragorn. Adrian Miller back over to Gamboa. Gamboa plays it down into the corner, finds Tayu, quickly surrounded by 2 stars. The ball goes to Waltman. Tacoma with possession. Long outlet to Gemayel Cox, who loses it to Rosas. And Sonora back on the front foot, playing to Tayu, looking to get everything through Tayu right now. And he's able to get the ball to Rosas, who gets a shot off, but it's blocked. And now Gemayel Cox plays it off the boards to himself. With the shot, just off the corner, rebound followed by Moan. Kicked high into the net. What an outstanding effort by Gemayel Cox, who had Gamboa beaten, but couldn't beat the red post.
I mean, that thing hit the very corner of the post. Just a little bit one way, or just the other way, and it goes in.
And Moen with a good chance at a follow-up just kicked it high over the glass. But Tacoma gets possession back. So there's Jensen and Hansen. There's Chase Hansen with it. Plays it to Waltman. Now to Jensen. We just need Jensen, Hansen, and Peterson on the field at the same time. Megson now comes back to get it, kicks it over to Jensen. Now finds Lund, who can't control it, and it's kicked out of bounds by Miller. And we'll see, do they get a restart at the top for that? Looks like.
That has to be a ShoWare Center record. That ball ends up in the last row of the stands here.
It's approaching suite level.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it takes a bounce off the hands there. It goes up into the suite. Yeah, it will be a...
Yeah, no, they'll restart at the yellow line. Nope, now they're moving it.
Yep.
Okay, so McNeely's...
Good.
McNeely's standing over it. There's going to be a 3-man wall, it looks like. Raphael Cox on the near post. Megson behind the wall. Flanked by Gemayel and Philip Lund. Oh, the leave off for Lund. And Lund just got underneath it and skied it in there, Blair Walsh style, into the netting.
Except that one would have been good.
Oh!
McNeely gets...
And a blue card now.
And a finger wag.
A finger wag and a blue card, both to Alejandro Leyva. And now McNeely getting into it with the player. That's Echeverria. And you can see the foul there as McNeely slammed into the boards.
So after no cards last night, this game.
Now the officials are going to take a look at something.
This will be the 5th blue card of this game.
Yeah, Leyva not happy with the call at all. The Sonora officials.
Attention please, with 7 minutes 52 seconds remaining in the third quarter, blue card.
The Sonora players arguing with the officials. Now Victor Kiros needs to just go away from arguing.
He's lucky to be arguing anything right now.
That's what I mean.
For your Tacoma Stars.
And now McNeely right back into it as Sonora players surround him.
Yeah, and the officials need to get this sorted out, because you've got 3 players coming over surrounding the official and then coming after Evan McNeely.
And McNeely gets a yellow.
Boy, this is out of control.
Yeah, it is.
And the officials need to get this figured out. There's still 5 players on the pitch for Sonora.
So McNeely to the box and Rosales also to the box. Both of them pick up yellow cards. And
once
Sonora
again,
is going to get the ball.
Sonora with the restart. So a foul's called against Sonora, but yet they get the free kick. So shiver me timbers, I don't know what's going on down there.
I had a moment. Have you ever heard of the Mandela effect?
No. Is it like the butterfly effect?
Number 6, Gustavo Rosales for descent.
The leave off the shot blocked by Philip Lund.
Well, no harm, no foul on that after the restart for Sonora. The Mandela effect, it's that whole thing where Sinbad made a movie called Shazam.
Oh, yeah,
or the
that's right.
Berenstain Bears.
The Berenstain Bears.
It's like we're living in a alternate universe where those things are true.
Yes, you did get me with the Sinbad Shazam.
That's right, I tricked you on that.
Yeah, but it was Kazam with Shaq. That is
I'm telling you, there was a Shazam.
Either way, there's a shot that goes wide by Philip Lund. Another shot that goes wide. Lund gets it back. Blocked by Gamboa. That shot comes back to Keats. Keats keeps it in. Kiros with it now. Plays it back. Gemayel Cox has it. And now Keats resets. There's Raph Cox. Back over to Keats. Keats to Lund. Lund to Gemayel. Gemayel surveying everything. Passes over to Keats. Keats feeds it to Mason, leaves it for Gemayel. The long shot, it's low, and Gamboa with the save and the nifty outlet. And Sonora is going to come away with the ball, and Keats bodies Cañez off the ball, and now looked like Echeverria. And Echeverria with a turnaround shot that just goes wide. And Sonora now with the advantage, playing a man down. Escalante has it. Almost a short-handed goal for Anibal Echeverria as he had Waltman beat. And Tacoma now, Philip Lund with an opening. Philip Lund with a shot. Philip Lund with the goal! With 1 second left in the power play, Tacoma takes the lead, 3-2. Philip Lund, the Great Dane, finally gets his opening and rifled that ball into the upper corner. Nothing Gamboa could do about that one. And Tacoma finds themselves on top once again with their 3rd power play goal of the season.
And that's Philip Lund's 8th goal of the year. Perfect top shelf shot. Now we got we're going to have more yellows, I do believe.
Yep, another yellow card
this
coming.
This one going to go against, I believe, the Sonora bench, as one of their coaches was out on the field even.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that this game is going to be, the video of this game is going to be sent to the league office for some for some review, as this is just, I think devolved is the best word, devolved into madness. But through the madness, Tacoma's finding themselves up 3-2 in a must-win game, and they have responded very well to the game last night, coming out on the front foot tonight.
And we're back underway. I'm not sure we'll get the word from Randy McNair, I do believe, in a moment.
And now Tayu with it. Double team, steps over, and now a foul's going to be called against, I believe they're going to get Chase Hansen for the foul.
After the goal, yellow card issued to Celeste Sonora's coach, Luis Borrego, for dissent.
Now this time the shot goes wide by Echeverria. Couldn't be held in by Aragon. and Tacoma's going to take over. You heard Randy, the yellow card for dissent to the coach of Sonora.
Yep, Luis Borrego with the yellow card.
So Tayu with some pressure on Lund. Lund passes it back to Waltman. Waltman now finds Peterson. You see Lund is all alone down there. Nobody on him, but just couldn't get the ball. Waltman now plays it deep to Megson. Megson in the corner. Can't get it. 2 men down. Now Lund heads it, keeps it alive, but headed out by Sonora. And now here comes Echeverria, but Matingu gets there first and keeps it away from Tayu and plays it long. And now Megson goes down and Sonora maintains possession in the Tacoma end. Echeverria plays it back to Kiros. Kiros on the far side. Now the ball into Tayu. Tayu covered by Matingu. And now the foul. Gemayel or Rafael Cox came in, undercut Tayu to get the ball cleanly. And Tayu called for the foul as he went over the back. Good call by the officials. So Gemayel plays it back to Waltman. Waltman to Matingu. Matingu couldn't control it. Now he's double teamed in the corner. Gets around his man, gets around another man. Now Tacoma on the breakout. He's got Raff if he wants him. He takes it himself. He plays it back, and Gamboa with the save. Rebound shot by Rafael Cox, blocked out of there by Aragon. And a corner kick, but what an individual effort by Alan Matingu, as he got around the entire Sonora team and got a shot that forced a foot save by Gamboa. So now Keats over at 3:58 to go. 3-2 your score. Tacoma on top. Keats plays it all the way across. Peterson with a shot. Peterson, oh, it just bounces off the crossbar. How did that not go in? That's twice now. And Sonora lucky to be down by 1 as Peterson hit it right on the corner of that red post again. So now Tayu plays it down. Tried to get around Gemayel. Couldn't do it, and Waltman picks it up.
Stars with 12 fouls, Soles with 11, 21 penalty minutes to Sonora tonight, 7 for the Stars.
And we still have 18 minutes to go. The long lead out to Tayu. Tayu brings it down, and Tayu puts it past Waltman. What an outlet by Gamboa, and what control for the one-timer to Frank Tayu, his second goal of the night, his 6th of the series. Boy, what a great job of controlling it. The one-time volley right past Waltman. Nothing he could do. Frank Tayu, hats off, my friend. That is another good goal in your bonnet. So 3:14 to go, tied up at 3. Both teams with 2 goals here in the quarter. Steve Moen in the corner, taken off the ball by Kiros, and now played out by Gamboa and cleared out of bounds. It's going to be a restart for Tacoma on the far side. So Gemayel Cox with it. And every single time a restart comes, the Sonora players crowd the ball. Played across by Raff. Cleared out by Sonora. Now here comes the long pass. I don't know what was going on there. I think he was trying to beat Waltman, who was out of his box, but no harm, no foul. As Waltman controls it and gets it off to Alain Matingu. And now Gemayel Cox with it. Oh, he tried to get in the corner to Megson, but kicked it out of bounds. So turnover and a restart coming up for Sonora. 2:41 to go here in the third quarter. All knotted up at 3. 2 goals by Frank Tayu. And now a leave off and the shot, wide open goal, and Rosas couldn't put it on frame. Now a foul going to be called on Megson as he takes Bogar Moreno down. Free kick coming up for Sonora, so that is another foul.
Number 77, Alex Mason.
Escalante with it. Forced back to Gamboa. Gamboa down to Leyva. Tries to get around Peterson and can't do it. Peterson goes to ground. Supported by Lund on the corner. Lund and Leyva going at it. And I think they're going to get the foul. Oh, they're going to do a drop ball here. Won by Keats, but held in the corner by Sonora. And now Megson clears it out, and he just gets it out of there. But here comes Gemayel Cox. And he was impeded by Rosas. The official blew the whistle, and now he's talking it over with his coworker. And we'll see what the call is here. Yep, Eric Rosas with the foul. As he slowed down as Cox was running towards the ball. Cox ran into him. So that's 25 fouls now between these two teams.
Solid. That is a nice number.
That's only going to grow. Keats with it. Raphael Cox with it. Plays it down to Megson. Megson forced back to Waltman. Keats plays it long to McCluskey. McCluskey wins the header, but can't control the ball, and now a 2-on-1 for Sonora. Good job by Tacoma to get back on defense as they avoid the disaster, but now Tayo has it. He shoots it wide. Keats with it, gets it, tries to get around Rosales. He comes back and wins it back, and now he's fouled by Rosales. Quick restart by Tacoma. And now another foul and another blue card. This time it's going to be on Roberto Escalante.
And a yellow card.
And a yellow card for dissent as well. This is kind of what we thought was going to happen here as the game kept getting more and more physical. The officials trying to assert their power on the game with the cards, but it's not working as the players are still playing very aggressive towards one another. So Escalante called for the foul. Rosales not happy. I think that he's arguing that he was fouled in the corner and they didn't call anything, and that the Stars restarted while he was on the ground. But nevertheless, they can do that, and Escalante called for the tackle. So now power play for Tacoma. Matingu, Gemayel Cox, Alex Megson, Raphael Cox, and Philip Lund on the floor for the Stars. Lund and Matingu. Matingu pressured up top by Rosales. Now Gemayel to his brother Raphael. Shot was actually blocked by Megson. Megson comes back and gets it. Raphael with another low shot blocked by Kiros. Gemayel with a shot blocked by Gamboa. Now Lund plays it back for Raphael Cox, blocked by Gamboa again. That one was going in, and Gamboa got his legs to it. Gamboa is just having an outstanding 2 games. And now foul called on Cañez. 11 seconds to go on the power play. And here comes Matingu, 5 seconds. Kiros is going to clear it out of there. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. And we've got 15 minutes left to find a winner in regulation as we go to the fourth quarter, tied up at 3. We'll be right back.
Fans, it is now time for our mini ball toss. Let's head down to the field where Santa is standing by. Santa.
Thank you, Randy. How many mini balls did we buy? You know the game. If you've been here before, you toss your ball in that window and you are eligible for drawing many prizes. Let's see what we got. Who bought a soccer ball? Oh, flip them up in the air. Let me see your little mini balls. Oh, they're making their way down the steps. That's smart. You're going to get a little bit of a better angle on it. You can release anytime. Try to get them in this window.
Grand prize is a suite to an upcoming Stars home game. Runner-up will get front row seats.
Randy. Sounds like a sweet opportunity, y'all.
Sweet.
Go ahead, give him a toss. It's getting belted out here.
Someone do me a favor and hit the driver in that van.
Looks like it's snowing. It's raining soccer balls. It's beginning to look a lot. Who's got it? Did anybody save them? Drop the bomb on me. Give him a toss. Last chance. Oh. Give it a shot. Get it in there. What's up, Elsa? How you doing? All right, everybody save them.
Once again, grand prize. Grand prize is a suite to an upcoming Stars home game.
Oh my God, who's trying to hit Santa? Unacceptable. Give it a throw, one last attempt. Anybody left? Nobody. Oh, that's the winner's ladder. Thank you so much. We got the cleanup crew. This is the rowdiest section of fans we've seen. Look at that man straight out the gate. I love that. Who fouled you, dude? Let's go, let's go. Who can get the most? Coast to coast, the most explosive. Oh my goodness. Who's gonna get the most? Santa forgot his sack today. Mine's full of toys. Go ahead, y'all, grab them up. Hey, these guys are Santa fans. I don't know if you guys are getting any gifts this year, you know what I'm saying? Some blue cards and yellow cards. If you're not nice, you don't get gifts, you know what I'm saying? No. Okay. Yeah, I'll get you.
Stars fans, it's time to plan your next visit to the Excesso Show, where it's happening right here, Friday, January 5th at 7:35 p.m. when the Stars take on the Ontario Fury. Once again, our next home game, 2018, January 5th. That's a Friday at 7:35 p.m. when the Stars take on the Ontario Fury. Stop by the Showware box office tonight, pick up your tickets, or go to TacomaStars.com and pick up your tickets.
Welcome back to the Excesso Showware Center, where we have a tie game going into the fourth quarter. Each team with 2 goals. Tacoma with the power play for 54 more seconds. And for the fourth quarter of action, ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Sparks.
27 fouls in this game so far tonight. Penalty minutes 35. And 48 seconds left on this current blue card. Matingu will take a shot. Not much on it, and Gamboa makes the save.
Yeah, and Raph was there for the rebound if Gamboa spilled it, but he didn't.
Now down in the corner, 30 seconds remaining on the penalty. Lund comes up with it, but Gemayel Cox, or excuse me, Raphael Cox couldn't come up with it. And now sent back down into the deep. Can't turn as it taken away, and then another foul and a little shoving.
Par for the course.
Yeah, Enrique Canez.
Last foul was on Solis, number 9. That's Enrique Canez.
And so now 2 seconds left in the penalty. So Soles kill that off, and on comes Frank Tayu. Sends it deep, but headed out of there by Peterson. But Tayu is down there. Big run over to Tayu. Oh, and he chips it up into the netting. That was perfect for him.
Yeah, wide open goal mouth, and he couldn't find the frame.
So 3-3 Stars and Soles. 13:34 remaining here in regulation. And now Soles on the attack. Segura actually taken away. Jensen, the shot saved by Gamboa into the near corner. Now Peterson plays it. Cox, shot wide. Megson has it knocked away. And now Soles will try to regroup. Teu all the way back to Gamboa.
And speaking of Juan Gamboa, I, for the life of me, can't figure out how he gave up 11 goals to Rio Grande Valley the other day, because he has been unbelievable.
Well, it was his first game of the season. It was a road game. Soles give up a lot of goals. That's kind of their MO. On a bigger field like this, though, it's they're just not used to it as much. The field in Hermosillo is very small. They score a ton of goals,
Yes,
and I think that's kind of the style of both Sonora and the RGV Barracudas.
Ooh, Barracudas.
Now Peterson. Play it back to McNeely, whose yellow expired at some point recently. That ball will be played by Gamboa near the line. Some of the ghost lines here on the field, unfortunately. And Gamboa will bring it up. We'll get it back on the near side, near boards. Takes a look. Plays it deep into the corner. Off the chest. Step, shot, blocked. McNeely trying to clear it off the boards. Gets back to McCluskey. McCluskey can't do much with it. It goes off of a Sonora player and up into the crowd. And so the Stars will have the restart. Hansen sends it deep up to Mo, and Mo couldn't quite get a head on it. And then a handball is going to be called.
And it's funny how Sonora hasn't committed a foul all night. Just ask them. They are arguing everything, and that was very obviously a handball.
So Matingu is going to restart here in a moment. Look at Lund. He is just to his right. But they're going to play it over to Cox. Cox, the shot. Gamboa, the save. Gemayel goes to Hansen down low, and Gamboa will come up with it. Turnover, Matingu off the boards into the middle and broken up there by Leva. Leva gives it away. Matingu. Moan, shot. Oh, and the ball goes right between Matingu's legs as he tried to stop it and maybe get another shot off. Couldn't control it. Took a little bit of a weird bounce. Stars will set back up. 3-3, 10:25 remaining. Hansen. Broken up. Leva. Played back, dangerous ball. Lund almost jumped it. It's going to be played all the way down. Peterson giving chase into the corner. Aragon over to Waltman. And now to Hansen. Hansen has it broken up, and Soles will come up with it. A turn. Echeverria, shot saved by Waltman. Danny Waltman, who made his 50th start in a row for the Stars last game, now number 51 tonight. I always feel uncomfortable talking about that. Streaks
Yeah, no SI cover jinxes.
Okay.
Here.
Gamboa with the shot. Waltman gets his hands on it, knocks it up into the net. Didn't have anything to do, so he just went ahead and uncorked one. It was a good shot.
Yeah.
Waltman saw it all the way, made the save, but
yeah, that was dangerous indeed.
chipped up over the top. Kiros, shot blocked in the middle. And Kiros will track it back down, send it all the way back to Gamboa. And now back to Kiros Jr. Megson. Hansen will get it. He'll play it down deep to Megson. Gamboa gets there before Megson does. Megson comes sliding in.
Yeah, dangerous play by Megson there. He's lucky he didn't get a piece of Gamboa.
This game's suddenly a little cleaner, though.
Well, I think both teams recognize that they need to win, and they can't win when they're playing man down.
Can't win the game from the penalty box. Troy Peterson plays it back to Corey Keats. Keats will take a look. He's got Taiyu bearing down on him. Gives it off over to Waltman. Taiyu stays out there. Waltman now to Gemayel Cox. Into the near corner to McCluskey. McCluskey taking a look. McCormick back out there. Now Matingu plays it across. Shot by... Oh, if the netting weren't there, it would have been all us, John. We would have made that play.
Right to me, and I would have completely
My eyes got big.
I would have completely screwed that one up. Thank you, net.
Yeah. And so Sonora will have the restart here. Kiros. Played across to Gamboa. Three to three, 7:58 remaining. Kiros will play it across, back to Gamboa. Boa all the way up there again. I wonder if he's going to... No, I thought maybe he'd take another shot. Delivers it into the corner. And a turnover. Oh, and Cox comes up with it. Now he's on the run. Kiros, a little slide, breaks it up. Great play. Now play it all the way back to Gamboa. Gamboa, dangerous. Gets on it. McCormick, play it back to Waltman. McCormick now in the number 21 jersey after the number 6 jersey. Probably a little bloody. Now Moan, and that ball, he couldn't get a piece of it, so rolls all the way back to Gamboa. Taken away, Lund will come up with it. Lund plays it to Moan. Moan into the corner, and once again can't come up with it. Goes all the way back to Hansen. Hansen to Cox. Against the boards, Lund with the header, but nothing doing there as Gamboa gloves it. Sonora will try to move it up. They play it all the way back to Gamboa. And 3 to 3, 6:28 remaining.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, both teams just playing very tentatively right now.
Yeah, suddenly they don't want to commit any fouls or anything. Now a turnover, a step, shot, a slide. It was broken up. Echeverria plays it back. And now Miller will wait and take a look. Taiyu is out there. He stands next to Troy Peterson. And now to go back to Escalante. Rosales. Echeverria will play it back to Escalante again. Now to Taiyu. Taiyu, 3 stars around him. Echeverria will have it. Play it back to Rosales. Escalante, excuse me. Teyu, Escalante, shot off the boards. Trying to clear it. It's Teyu down in the corner. That ball gets the official, Snyder. Stays in. Miller played all the way back. Not all the way back, it's back to midfield. Rosales will take a step up. He's got Lund on him, plays it back to Miller, and now to Escalante. Teyu to Kiros. Long possession for the Soles. Echeverria goes down to the corner. Teyu, 2 stars all over him.
So
Teyu
strong.
tumbles down. Stars just trying to get possession. Echeverria, Teyu, shot. Saved by Waltman. Foot save. And it's played all the way back. And Steve Moan comes off of the field. He is exhausted. That was a long shift for these Stars. Off the boards, Teyu plays it right into the middle. Thinks about the shot, fakes, blocked, trying to clear it, still can't get it out of there. Off of the boards, still stays in. Goodness, a shot off the boards once again.
Oh.
Tip past. Teyu tries to go down. That ball tipped, and Waltman comes up with it off of the boards.
Oh, my heart can't take this.
Waltman just clears it, trying to get some of these guys off the field. Now they could be in trouble. Steps back, plays it over. Shot across, wide. Another shot. Not sure if Waltman got that or not. I think it just went wide. McCluskey doing battle, and this one will finally be cleared out. Stars have absolutely no offense right now. They cannot get possession. It's been some time since they've had an attack.
Yeah, and they're running out of time in this game, too.
And they're starting to run out of fuel as well, as this is really the extended possession by Sonora has kept some guys on the field for quite some time. I can see Darren Sawatsky telling his guys to take a timeout when they get this ball back. When they get possession, Darren wants a timeout, and I don't blame him one bit. Gamboa off the boards, into the corner. Lund tries to tie it up. McCluskey, but can't get it. Kiros Jr. takes a shot, blocked out of there by Lund.
Nice catch, sir.
And now we played changes, all sorts of changes made.
We have a 60-second timeout called on the field.
And a timeout is going to be taken on the field, so Darren Sawatsky gets to keep his. And we will be back in a moment.
You are the winner of our suite. Give away for the camera. Congratulations. Stars fans, 2 minutes remaining. Make some noise for your Tacoma Stars. Tacoma. 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 Tacoma! 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 Let's go! Stars fans, are you ready?
3-3, Stars and Soles all tied up. Sonora will have a restart after this timeout after they have had a long stretch of possession. Stars have not had any attack for, what, a good 3 minutes now at least?
At least.
Maybe
3 minutes.
4 to 5 even. Hard to keep track, but it has been some time. On the far side, and working his way, keeping it, plays it right in the middle. Teyu, a little leave-off shot. Oh, off the post! Off of the post and out. Now Kiros Jr. has it, sorry.
That's 3 shots off the post tonight combined by both teams.
The ball kept in, and they're going to get a foul on Tacoma. So here's a dangerous position, 1:33 remaining. Can the Stars hold on and take this thing to overtime, or get something counterattacking here?
And the counterattack is their game.
Yep. But they have not been able to get any possession. Kiros Jr. Gamboa is way up near midfield, so good opportunity if they can get a turnover. He tracks back into the near corner, and it played back. Shot wide. Played all the way back to Gamboa. Gamboa will come way up to get it. McCluskey heads it back. Gamboa has to backtrack into his box. He picks it up. Kiros Jr. He will get it. Oh, he beats a couple men. And a nifty play, puts it right in the middle, broken up. That ball right in the middle. Danny Waltman pounces on it. Sonora is apoplectic as they think that there was a handball. Now McCluskey all by himself. A little step, gets tripped up. Gamboa comes up with it. Oh, 26 seconds left. Now Teyu is out there. Dangerous man to have the ball at this moment. He takes a shot high up into the netting. And Sonora was losing their mind.
Oh, and to be honest, they should have been losing their mind. That was an obvious handball in the box against Tacoma that wasn't called.
I'll have to take a look at it later. 13 seconds left. Waltman will bring it up. Plays it deep into Steve Moan. Moan, little turn. Off of the boards to Gamboa. Now Gamboa will release. Oh, Teyu all by himself. Oh, it gets past him. And regulation will come to an end. 3-3. Overtime coming up.
Oh, wow. Frank Teyu had an opportunity right at the very end. The ball just out of the reach of his feet. And like you said, we're going to go to overtime. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with you for the 10-minute overtime period after these breaks.
Fans, please turn your attention to the video board. It's time for tonight's collision of the game, brought to you by Center Collision. Once again, that's tonight's Center Collision of the game. Whether you've just been in an accident, need your car repaired, have a cracked windshield, air conditioning issues, or damage to your paint, Center Collision handles it, keeps you informed, and gets the job done right. Visit centercollision.com today.
Welcome back to the ShoWare Center, downtown Kent, Washington, where we are headed to overtime. 3-3 is the score, and golden goal overtime period coming up now. Sonora players still talking with the officials after the furious run of play at the end of the fourth quarter, which we saw Tacoma just hang on for dear life and end up with a one-on-one with the keeper at the very end. And Vince McCluskey couldn't get it past Juan Gamboa. And we are getting ready to start here. 10 minutes. First one to score wins.
That is about as, for two teams going to possible overtime, that was how often do you see one-on-ones for both teams in that situation?
Not very often. Oh, and the shot by Echeverria, glove by Waltman, and now the breakout is on. Here comes Megson. Megson with a little bit of a turn, but a foul's going to be called.
Yeah, a blue card.
And a blue card.
A substitution infraction as Steve Moan was coming off. Somebody had jumped on for him. Moan plays it.
That is a heartbreaker for Tacoma, as they're going to be 17 seconds into the overtime. They're going to be playing a man down.
With 9 minutes, 23 seconds remaining in the first overtime period, blue card issued to Tacoma Stars bench, 2 men on the field.
And so the Tacoma Stars are going to rely on their penalty kill unit of Troy Peterson, Corey Keats, Rafael Cox, and Alain Matingu to hold off this dangerous Sonora attack. As Steve Moan makes his way over to the sin bin, where he probably is going to welcome a 2-minute break in the action, but not for the reason he's going over there. Sonora with the start. Teo with it. Over to Segura. There's Echeverria, plays it off the boards, cleared out by Troy Peterson. And they're going to get a restart at the top of the box. Now, dangerous situation here for Tacoma. Victor Kiros standing over the ball. 2-man wall. Segura in with Teo, Cañez, and Echeverria. It's Segura with a shot blocked by Keats. Played off the top of the glass. Over to Echeverria, who tries to one-time and plays it down. Kicks it back to Victor Kiros, and now Segura with it. 1:36 remaining in the power play. Echeverria to Cañez, just high with the shot. Kept in by Sonora. Now Teo with it. Tried to clear it, couldn't, and Tacoma plays it out. Rafael Cox now covering Victor Kiros. Echeverria. Back to Kiros. Telling Christian Segura to move. Gets him the ball, now back to Kiros, back to Segura. Played down low, nobody there, and Matingu kicks it out of bounds. But it was deflected.
Yep.
Deflected by Enrique Cañez.
Good break for the Stars right there.
Yeah, with 1:06 remaining in the power play, Tacoma with a little bit of time to waste. Corey Keats with it. Plays it down, but deflected into the stands by Echeverria. 1 minute left on the power play, 8:42 remaining in the overtime period. Keats plays it down to McCluskey. McCluskey tries to beat his man and can't do it. Now Gamboa takes control. Here comes Segura. High intensity here at the ShoWare Center. Victor Kiros back to Segura. Peterson comes out to meet him. Now Kiros covered by Rafael Cox. Cañez to Echeverria, shot blocked by Matingu. Nobody wants it. Sonora is going to be forced to play it back. 30 seconds remaining in the power play. Segura to Teo. Teo with a shot blocked by Matingu. Played out of there by Cox, but only as far as the yellow line and held in by Sonora. Segura now finds Kiros. Kiros with some space. 10 seconds remaining in the power play. Cañez with it. Over to Segura. Segura with the shot goes wide. Echeverria can't get the shot off. He does. It's blocked by Waltman. Now Segura, power play over. Ball goes back to midfield. Good job by this penalty kill unit. 7:33 to go in the overtime. Duncan McCormick now in the ball game. Echeverria still in there. Lund on Echeverria. Cleared out by Keats, and now the break might be on for Tacoma. Moan gets in the way, but Keats maintains it. Now Teyu with it. Leaves it off for Echeverria. Gets around to man. Echeverria with a shot. Blocked by Teyu. And Tacoma still alive. Aragon controls it to Kiros. Kiros putting in a lot of minutes here in overtime. Finally comes off for a bit of a break. Gamboa has it. Sonora still on the front foot. Here comes Adrian Miller. Miller plays it off the boards to himself, beats Lund to the ball. Lund with the foul, and a free kick coming up for Sonora.
Spells on starts number 8, Philip Lund.
So Moreno over it, two-man wall. McNeely and Lund in there as well. Leave off, shot goes wide, and the shot was deflected. It was a leave-off pass, goes to Leyva, excuse me, and he couldn't get it past Chase Hansen. 6:23 to go here in overtime. And it's been all Sonora since about the 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Tried to play it off the boards was Aragon, and Tacoma able to maintain possession, but Aragon wins it back. Fighting with Gemayel Cox down in the corner. Cleared out by Waltman, stays, oh, it skips on the rail and goes out of bounds. Gustavo Rosales now with the restart, plays it back to Aragon. Gamboa now comes up in his familiar spot, crosses the center line. He's going to shoot. He does shoot it wide. He's looking for Leyva, and now a little bit of space for Aragon. Plays it in the corner to Leyva. Tacoma just can't get the ball. 5:35 to go in the overtime. They've been stuck on 16 shots for a long time. Now Moan clears it long, gets the ball out of the Stars zone, but only as far as Gamboa.
Yeah, again, no possession though. Clears it back, and Sonora will have it still.
Oh, now Bogar Moreno 2-on-1. Moreno with the shot just high, stays wide. Leyva with the rebound, put back goes wide as well.
How are they missing these?
I have no idea, but here comes Jensen, and he can't maintain the possession. And now Sonora looking for a 3-on-2. And what a block by Keats. And now Keats on the break. He finds Raphael. Raphael with some space. Plays it off the boards. Rebound put in by Keats. Stars win. Stars win. Corey Keats with the rebound. Put back in the Stars. Pull out an overtime winner. What a game. Keats with the game-winning goal. The assist is going to go to Raphael Cox. And boy, the Stars needed that one. They are going to leave 2017 on a good note with a win. And boy, what a finish. And Keats is rewarded for what a great defensive play. You can see on the replay here, Cox plays it off the boards right in front of Gamboa. Keats just beats his man to the ball and puts it home. What a finish.
A game winner, Wallace Scora. Get on that one.
Get on that and take it home. And when you talk about must wins, this was a must win, and the Stars responded well. What a game by Tacoma.
Your final score. Excesso Show Center.
So Tacoma led by 4 different goal scorers tonight. Evan McNeely, Trevor Jensen, Philip Lund, and Corey Keats with the game winner for Sonora. 2 for Frank Teu, 1 for Diego Lopez. But none bigger than Corey Keats, who wins it in overtime. Tacoma now 3-6 with a must-needed win. They'll be back in the Shower Center January 5th to take on the Ontario Fury. Thank you. Have a good night. Have a Merry Christmas. Have a happy holidays and a happy and safe New Year. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.
January 5th, that's Friday, January 5th. We're playing Ontario in our house, right here at the Excesso Shower Center. Make sure to stop by the box office or visit www.tacomastars.com. Purchase your tickets. Come back for more Tacoma Stars action and fun, right here at the Shower Center. Once again, our next game is January 5th. That's Friday, January 5th at 7:35 p.m. We look forward to seeing all of you back here at the Shower Center, Stars fans, January 5th.